I don't really have that much to say for the intro. It's just me reading some very funny tweets about the Odyssey before and after the movie came out, so yeah. And it's mostly based on certain cast choices, its accuracy of the source material, and some pretty awkward frames that for some reason those people love to use to frame this almost 3-hour movie as bad because of those frames or something similar. It's ridiculous. And yeah, let's begin. Okay, so I got the earliest one and it says, "Go woke, go broke, next up the Odyssey." Here's something that you're going to see a lot throughout this video. It's the fact that they love to spread this narrative that things flop because it went woke. Even though, or at least in my opinion, that whole narrative is just one big dog whistle. Because they've been hoping that certain movies fail so they can have more freedom to push narratives like these. And that's kind of concerning. Here we got Insane Fog posting something that it's basically the embodiment of this picture right here. I am not going into detail as to why these dislike plugins are so stupid. There's some videos out there that explain this way more better than I could. But the only reason as to why they care in the first place about these dislikes is to spread the narrative even more. Okay, so this is when the movie came out. The Odyssey begins by showing an African rapper with Wasta in the role of a Greek poet. Son, I'm not gonna read the rest of it, but this whole tweet just feels like this. The Odyssey's final trailer has 850,000 dislikes. Yet the movie is getting great ratings. How? I don't know, probably because those ain't the actual numbers, you ding dong. These are facts about the Odyssey, which begs the question, why were the actors so prominent in the advertising for this film? And one of the people who quote retweet this said, "They weren't. You people made them prominent." Chef's kiss. Plus, it's always these phrases, bro. This movie is like a 3-hour movie, and they're using the same frames to defame this movie, bro. It gets to a point. Second tweet in this video that falls into the category of this picture. The less we rely on these critic websites, the better. Because Rotten Tomatoes is so hit or miss, it basically depends on how you view the subject matter. Hence again, this picture. Okay, we got Twisted Tay saying, "We was hell of Troy and shit." Like, how is this not racism? And that isn't even the craziest part. The craziest part is I think this tweet was one of the last tweets Tristan tweeted before him and his brother Andrew Tate got arrested for some very interesting charges. Yeah. The tweet in this video that I could just post this picture and call it a day. Like, it's just, they want the numbers that aligns with their narrative. That's why when Supergirl flopped, those people was just oozing. Like, they really want their agenda to be objectively correct. Friendly fire will not be tolerated. Not joking, by the way. RIP the gas stove, because at the time of recording this, the Odyssey has passed $700 million. And I'm recording this at, I think, July 28th. Let me check. Yep, July 28th. Well, look at that. 90% for audience. Don't you feel stupid? Go check the like to dislike ratio on YouTube for the trailers, and then come back to this comment. On God, this fucking blob of text, sprinkled with some very unhinged takes. Matt Walsh's credibility on movies is the equivalent of a wall trying to review movies. The Odyssey is a fictional story. Who cares about the race of the actors? The fucking black soy jack with the Black Panther posters in the background. Yeah, how is this not racist? The Odyssey is stupid woke, and if you like it, you're stupid woke. And if you have a domestic abuse case on your name, then you're also stupid and woke. Actually, you're not woke. You're just fucking stupid because why are you putting hands on women? Like, this is the shit that I'm talking about. People say shit like this and then wonder why they're getting called racist in some areas. Also, this is a very shitty comparison because cockroaches on your food, well, is cockroaches on your food. 5 minutes of a black person being on screen in a near 3-hour movie isn't even remotely close. Unless the performance is like really bad. But I barely see these people talk about her performance. And I bet these people don't give a fuck about her actual performance, if I'm being honest. It's just them trying to use her very weird and bad frames and then writing this movie off as really bad because of that. Alongside the implication that black people are quote-unquote cockroaches. Which I hope that wasn't the intention, but just by how it's structured, it's kind of hard to not see it as such. Well, they're handling the success of this movie very well. 28,000 people like this. Y'all be liking anything. Here we got Culture Crave posting some stats, and then the kick account said, Troy looking better. And then Culture Crave replied saying, trying to engagement form, and I replies. Such a random conversation, man. I mean, say what you want about the Odyssey being accurate or not, but for someone who is like a fucking trillionaire now, suggesting that he wants to use Guac AI to generate a full-length film that's like more accurate to Christopher Nolan's adaptation of the source material is kind of eerie because you're using AI in general to generate a movie and portray it as more accurate, all because Christopher Nolan casted some people that is more darker than white. Hey, a couple side notes before I continue. The rest of the section has been recorded in August 3rd. It's mostly because I didn't have that much energy to record, and yeah. But also around that time, I actually saw the Odyssey, so this will age very weirdly now. But I'm still going to give my thoughts for the remaining tweets. So yeah, let's continue. Oh my god, this fucking gallon of copium right here. And again, it's one of those tweets where they go, oh, the numbers don't lie, idiot, while posting the numbers that isn't right. The fact that the Odyssey is doing well as the box office is nothing for Nolan to be proud about. God, that grammar. It is a mere reflection of the stupidity and ignorance of modern audiences. Or maybe they don't fully give a shit about the stuff that you spew out. Or at least as much as you think people do. Their fucking go woke, go broke narrative didn't work. So they have to push the if you watch stuff that are woke, you're stupid narrative. Or something similar. I don't know. It's just funny to see these guys cope this hard, bro. Especially after Supergirl, where these people were acting like sore winners. God, it's satisfying to see the egos get checked. Putting aside that this tweet didn't age well at all because at the time of recording this, the Odyssey broke $900 million at the box office. Comparing the two is just very dumb. Like, where's the correlation? Another post that didn't really age well. God, people who watch Kuroko Jenko are like subhuman, dude.
Making a lot of assumptions right now.
Again, I love seeing these people's egos getting checked. And last but not least, this gotta be one of the craziest goal posting I have seen in probably forever. Because fuck you mean 1.36 billion to break even. I don't think like 30 movies even made 1.36 billion. Actually, let me check. Yeah, only 20 movies even break 1.36 billion. This is pure insanity. All because they want to push this narrative that is going to flop because it went woke. And the quote-unquote woke stuff in it was the fact that there were black people in it and a transgender person in it. And all their characters were barely in the movie.
It's hard to fight stupid with logic after all.
And yeah, that's all the tweets I have. What do you guys think about that? And yeah, this is Forza Thornport here, and I'm out here. Peace.
The funniest bit for me was John Leguizamo as a blind old servant of Odysseus who's been given a shitty white wig to try to make him look older and basically nothing else. I mean, couldn't you have just hired an actual old man? Are you really telling me that John Leguizamo was so fucking good that nobody else could play this role?